As twilight drapes its velvet cloak over the world, you find yourself here, drawn by a quiet yearning, a whisper from your soul craving respite from the relentless churn of life. Perhaps your mind races like a wild river, tossing worries like stones in a storm. Or maybe your heart, heavy with the burdens of those you love, aches under the weight of responsibilities you never meant to carry. Tiredness seeps into your bones, not just from the day's labors, but from the silent struggle to hold life's fragile threads together, to mend what feels beyond repair, to prove you're enough. You're not alone in this tender exhaustion. Across oceans and time zones, countless souls mirror your search for a peace so profound it withstands life's chaos, a serenity not tethered to perfect plans or flawless days. Pause now, dear traveler, and share in the comments, where are you resting tonight? And what hour cradles you? There's magic in knowing we're woven together in this moment, hearts pulsing in unison across the globe's vast tapestry. Settle into this sacred space, fluff your pillow, draw a soft blanket close, let your body melt into the embrace of the present. This is your sanctuary, your permission to release the burdens you've carried far too long. Welcome to Moonmind Temple, where ancient Buddhist wisdom intertwines with the modern quest for tranquility. Over these hours, we'll wander through teachings that have soothed weary spirits for millennia, not esoteric rituals, but luminous truths that shift how you walk through the world. Tonight, we learn to discern what belongs to your heart and what belongs to others, to release the weights that dim your light, and to rediscover the unshakable stillness within, a peace that blooms even as storms rage around you. Prepare to feel your soul stir, tears of release mingling with sparks of hope, as we embark on this journey to reclaim your inner calm, the art of compassion without carrying, the well of boundless love. In the tender act of caring deeply, we often become unwitting vessels for others' sorrows. A friend's tearful call about a fractured love story keeps you awake, their pain echoing in your chest. A colleague's deadline stress seeps into your dreams, though the task isn't yours. A child's struggle becomes your own, as if their healing hinges on your resolve. This is the heart's generous trap, absorbing others' emotions until your peace frays like worn thread. High in a mountain monastery, a young monk bore this burden. Visitors poured their grief, fears, and angers into his open heart, and he, in his earnest compassion, carried their sorrows long after they departed. Sleepless nights piled like stones, his spirit buckling under their weight. One dawn, weary and lost, he sought his master's counsel. I listen, I care, yet their pain consumes me. He confessed, what am I doing wrong? The master led him to a courtyard well, its bucket glinting in the morning light. When you draw water for the thirsty, he asked gently, do you drink the entire bucket yourself? The monk frowned. No, I give what they need and keep only my share. The master's eyes twinkled with infinite kindness. Then why, when someone shares their pain, do you drink their entire bucket of suffering, leaving them empty-handed? This revelation pierced the monk's heart like sunlight through mist. Compassion doesn't demand you carry another's load. It invites you to offer love without absorbing their turmoil. Your heart, like a well, can pour forth endlessly without depleting its source, if you let it flow freely, unattached to the outcome. Feel this truth settle into your body. Notice any tightness when you think of another's woes, a clenched chest, a knotted stomach. These are your body's wise signals, whispering you've crossed from empathy to absorption. Empathy connects, heals, absorption confuses, depletes. Picture your energy as a radiant sun, warming flowers and weeds alike without dimming its glow. You can shine for others, listening, loving, without claiming their shadows as your own. In a distant village, an old woman was a beacon of peace, her home a haven for the burdened. Travelers arrived heavy with sorrow, yet left lighter, as if she'd woven their pain into hope. Remarkably, her serenity never waned. Asked her secret, she pointed to a garden fountain, its waters flowing ceaselessly. Does the spring dry up from giving? She mused. It shares what flows naturally, never losing its essence. So too with compassion. Give from your heart's infinite spring, not from a finite cup you must guard. Buddha taught that suffering stems from attachment, including to others' emotions. When you tie your peace to their healing, you bind both in subtle control. True compassion trusts others to walk their paths, offering support without stealing their lessons. Notice the difference. Compassion feels spacious, open, Absorption feels cramped. Urgent. Practice loving detachment. Be present without owning their pain. Like the sun, radiate warmth, trusting each soul to grow in its own way. Tonight, breathe deeply, imagining others' emotions drifting back to their owners, not with coldness, but with love, an act of faith in their resilience. Feel your shoulders soften, your breath deepen, as you reclaim your peace, a wellspring never meant to run dry. Releasing mental burdens, the monk and the river's lesson. Even when you release others' emotions, your mind may cling to its own burdens, conversations replayed like endless loops. Scenarios rehearsed for futures unwritten. Worries polished like stones in your pocket. These mental weights steal your rest, clouding the clarity meant for tomorrow. In a Zen tale, two monks journeyed to a swollen river where a woman stood, her silk dress no match for the rushing waters. The elder monk, heedless of vows forbidding touch, carried her across, setting her down with grace. Hours later, the younger monk, silent with agitation, erupted. "How could you break our sacred rule?" The elder, calm as the dawn, replied, "I set her down at the river's edge. Why are you still carrying her?" This story unveils a thief of peace, mental carrying. A moment's encounter, 5 minutes at a river, stretched into hours of turmoil for the younger monk. Not because of the act, but his thoughts about it. We do this daily. A harsh word, a missed chance, a news headline festers in the mind, long after the moment fades. These mental stones, heavy with judgment or worry, dim our light. Notice now. What from today lingers in your thoughts? A conversation gone awry? A decision second-guessed? Feel the tension it breeds, tight jaw, furrowed brow. Buddha taught that such clinging is suffering's root, yet optional. Moments, like a temple bell's chime, arise and fade naturally. To hold them is to shake a silent bell, creating noise where peace could reign. In another monastery, a monk obsessed over others' words, replaying overheard exchanges until sleep fled. His teacher led him to a bell. "Strike it," she said. Its clear tone rang and faded. "Make it continue without striking again," she challenged. Bewildered, he replied, "It's gone." She smiled. "So why keep conversations ringing after they've ended?" Practice this. When thoughts loop, pause, feel their weight, set them down, not dismissing, but freeing your mind to rest in now's spaciousness. Impermanence aids. Thoughts pass like clouds if unfed by attention. Your mind, like muddy water, clears when unstirred. Tonight, let conversations complete. Let decisions rest. Let tomorrow's worries wait. Become the mountain, unshaken by thoughts passing storms. Your natural stillness emerging like stars in a quiet sky. Holding outcomes lightly, the farmer's wisdom of, maybe so. Our hearts crave certainty, clutching plans like lifelines, fearing chaos if control slips. Yet life, like a river, defies rigid maps, its currents carving paths we can't predict. Clinging to outcomes breeds suffering, releasing them births freedom. A farmer's tale, whispered through centuries, illuminates this. His horse fled. Neighbors mourned. "Terrible luck," he replied. "Maybe so, maybe not. We'll see." The horse returned with wild companions. They cheered. "Great fortune." Again, "Maybe so, maybe not." His son broke his leg taming one. Such misfortune. They cried. "Maybe so," he said. War came, sparing his injured son. Neighbors marveled. "Maybe so, maybe not," he repeated. This farmer's equanimity, non-attachment, didn't dull his care. He tended his land, his son, yet held outcomes lightly, trusting life's wisdom beyond his own. Our judgments, good, bad, often rest on partial truths, blinding us to unfolding gifts. Consider a cherished goal, a job, a love, a dream. Notice the energy spent not just pursuing, but worrying. Will it happen? When? What if it fails? This is the neighbor's trap, labeling each turn as triumph or tragedy. Instead, emulate the farmer. Act with passion, yet trust whatever unfolds carries lessons. Non-attachment isn't indifference, it's love without chains. Effort without obsession. A potter's vase shattered before firing, her masterpiece lost. Yet, studying the fragments, she found new designs, birthing a technique surpassing her original vision. By releasing should, she embraced is, finding beauty in life's detours. Practice, don't know mind. Approach outcomes with curiosity, not control. Your body relaxes, shoulders ease. Breath flows when you trust life's intelligence. Tonight, release tomorrow's script, trust the river's path, and rest in the farmer's wisdom. Maybe so, maybe not, we'll see. Transforming regret into wisdom, the stone's echo. Regret, like an echo in a quiet valley, lingers, words unsaid, chances missed, mistakes replayed. These shadows steal rest, yet hold wisdom if we listen. A monk sweeping a courtyard struck a pebble, its chime against bamboo sparking awakening. The past can't change, he realized, but its echo can disturb or enlighten. A woman grieved harsh words to her late mother, replaying them until love's memory faded. Her teacher asked, "Are you honoring her, or your guilt?" This pierced her. Regret drowned love's truth. Releasing it, she reclaimed joy's legacy. Buddha taught suffering stems from craving change in what's done. Healthy remorse learns, acts anew. Destructive regret traps in futile loops. Feel a past weight now, tight chest. Heavy heart? That's present suffering, not the event. Honor the past by living its lessons, not chaining your peace to unchangeable moments. A monk's accidental shattering of a sacred statue haunted him for decades, until a young monk's similar error revealed his guilt's futility. Kneeling amid broken clay, he said, "The pot's purpose is done. Ours is to serve what remains." Regret transformed into mindful service. Practice. Sit with regret. Breathe its sadness. Let it flow without judgment. Like the stone's chime, it fades, leaving wisdom. Dedicate lessons to life's service. Patience from harsh words. Mindfulness from errors. Tonight, let regrets complete their echoes guiding, not binding, your heart to peace. Embracing natural stillness, the mountain's eternal calm. Beneath all weights, others' emotions. Mental loops, outcomes grip, regrets echo, lies your natural stillness. A serene lake unshaken by ripples. Not forced quiet, but the soul's inherent calm, waiting to be uncovered. A Tibetan student, frustrated by a restless mind, sought her master's aid. "How do I tame this wild horse?" she asked, leading her to a mountain vista. The master said, "Does the mountain fight passing clouds? It remains, unshaken. Your awareness, like the mountain, holds thoughts, emotions, without disturbance, stillness eternal." Meditation isn't creating peace, but revealing it. A monk by a muddy pond strained to clear it, failing until he stopped stirring. Stillness emerged naturally. So with your mind, cease reacting, and clarity blooms. Rest in awareness, not thoughts, not emotions, but the spacious presence witnessing them, like sky unmarred by clouds. It's unshakable. Practice. Sit. Notice awareness itself, calm, open. No need to silence thoughts, they pass, leaving stillness. Tonight, let thoughts drift, emotions flow, your mountain heart steady. This stillness, your birthright, awaits beneath effort's noise, a peace needing no achievement, only remembrance. Tending emotional fire, the monk's sacred flame. Emotions, anger's blaze, grief's weight, joy's surge, aren't pieces foes but allies when tended wisely. A monk tending a temple fire learned, fire burns by nature. I don't extinguish it, I guide its warmth. So with emotions, don't suppress or indulge, channel their energy. Anger signals boundaries crossed, grief opens compassion, fear warns or questions beliefs. A monk suppressing anger masked tension, his body betraying strain. His master taught, feel the fire. Don't hide it, breathe into it, ask its message. Practice the sacred pause, when emotion rises. Inhale its heat, exhale control, notice its body, tight chest, racing pulse. Ask, what do you teach? Anger becomes clarity, grief love, fear wisdom. Like the fire, emotions serve when guided, not fought. Tonight, greet emotions as temple guests, welcome. Listen, let pass. Your heart, a spacious hearth, holds all without burning, transforming fire into light, opening the heart's gates, the garden of connection. Walls around your heart, built from past hurts, shield yet imprison, blocking pain but also love's light. A gardener's walled haven protected flowers but starved them of butterflies' pollination. Birds' seeds, rain's nurture, lowering walls, life flourished, wild, vibrant. Your heart faces this choice, safe isolation or courageous connection. Buddha's sky-like heart holds all, pain, joy, without breaking. Protection is wisdom, defense is fear. Feel the difference. Protection's grounded choice. Defense's tense brace. Notice your walls, tight throat. Guarded chest. They served, but now limit. Begin with self-compassion. Honor your wounded parts. Not with shame, but kindness. A monk, distant from betrayal's scars, learned to love his hurt self. Opening to others. Practice. Share small truths with trusted souls. Set boundaries with love. Your heart, like a flower, opens to safe warmth, closes to midday's heat. Tonight, place a hand on your heart. Breathe gratitude for its resilience. Envision gates opening to connections flow. Flowing with life's river, the tea master's art. Life's river never stills, its currents reshaping paths we can't dictate. Resisting change breeds suffering, flowing with it births wisdom. A tea master taught. Each ceremony is unique. Water, air, guests shift. Mastery responds to now's needs. Embrace Wu Wei. Action aligning with life's flow. Like a musician improvising from mastery's depth. Notice signals, relationship strain. Body's whispers, adjusting before crises. A farmer adapted to droughts, thriving where others faltered. When change arrives unbidden, a lost voice. A broken plan, trust new paths. A mute teacher's silent guidance deepened. Her loss birthing unforeseen gifts. Hold intentions lightly, like a river's course to the sea. Flexible yet directed. Tonight, release resistance. Breathe with life's rhythm. Trust its wisdom. Your heart flows, resilient, toward fulfillment's unseen shores. Surrendering to being, the weaver's tapestries. All teachings lead here. Surrender. Not of effort, but of the self that strives to control. An old weaver, blind with age, wove tapestries of unmatched beauty. Guided by intuition, not sight, patterns weave through me, she said, surrendering to life's art. Surrender isn't passivity, it's trust in life's deeper intelligence. From self-power to other power. Actions arise from wisdom's spring, not ego's grip. A chef's mastery bloomed when recipes yielded to taste's guidance. Dishes alive with spontaneous genius. Practice. Release managing life's threads. In meditation, let awareness be, not do. In life, respond, don't force. Tonight, let sleep come as surrender's teacher, effortless. Trusting, natural. Your life weaves itself. Beauty emerging when you cease controlling. Conclusion. Resting in your eternal home. This journey through Moonmind Temple has unveiled your heart's truths, releasing others' burdens. Setting down mental stones, holding outcomes lightly, transforming regrets, embracing stillness, tending emotions, opening gates, flowing with life, surrendering to being. These seeds, planted in your soul, grow naturally, needing no force. A student, laden with spiritual tools, sought her master's aid. Sit, he said, be what you are. She found peace not in striving, but in being, complete, whole. So with you. Wisdom integrates as breath, as heartbeat, as life lived. Tonight, as sleep beckons, rest in this. You are enough. Your heart's stillness, your soul's home, awaits beneath effort's veil. Let go, dissolve into awareness, sky, ocean, silence eternal. Like, comment your journey's spark, share, subscribe to Wisdom Diaries. Sleep now, in peace's infinite embrace.